Good morning. Good morning. So, welcome to this morning's Tarotscope. So, this morning we are doing Sagittarius, fellow fire signs. Welcome. So, I've just started doing these, and what I do is a little bit of a snapshot of career energies, animal totem, past, present, future, and then we go into a snapshot of love, romance, and your relationship with yourself, where you are at in terms with self-love and your connection to the universe, so to speak. You can also find me at Kindred Heart Tarot on Facebook if you haven't found me there already. And I'm on Instagram at Mollie Kindred. So you can find a link for private bookings there if you want to book a private tarot reading. Good morning, Kathy. And yeah, let's get this party started. So let's dive into Sagittarius. And this can apply for if you do have a rising sign for Sagittarius. And it is a timeless reading. If you're drawn to the reading, go ahead and watch, but it is intended for those with Sagittarius Sun or Ascending. I don't really do the Venus rising because I don't understand it enough to pull it in with that energy. So, all right, let's dive in. What energy is Sagittarius going through in terms of career? What does Spirit want you to know? Nutrition, very interesting. So if you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So right now it's really important for you to have the focus, for you to have the mindset to bring everything all together in a holistic energy. It's really important for you to have your nutrition on lock. So it's really important for you to be eating healthy foods, saying no, and really having boundaries to foods that don't serve you. So having very strong boundaries in terms of toxic foods coming into your life. And also, if you're really good at cooking and you love to share this energy with others, perhaps starting a little bit of a blog or something fun where you can share your nutrition and your culinary skills with others. So this is a really fun one, but really saying it's time to make sure you're drinking a lot of water, make sure you're grounding, make sure you're feeding yourself with self-affirming foods and really taking care of yourself that way, because your nutrition, your ability to focus is really important in terms of your career. So let's see what you have for your animal totem. We have the loon, intuitive. So listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. I love this one in terms of the throat chakra and just really exploring what you have to say, taking up space in terms of knowing that what you have to say, your wisdom, and how you bring that forth into the world is really important. Maybe you are very musical and it's time to just let loose. Listen to some music, crank the stereo, just dance, get your body moving. So you've got that nutrition card to bring in all of the holistic, beautiful, life-affirming energy in that regard. And the loon energy is saying, go within again. So it's really about your body. So, this week, this month coming up, you're going to be really in tune with your body. What makes your body feel good? If you eat poorly, how is your energy affected by that? And if you get your body moving, if you're eating well, how does that make you feel? Do you feel life-affirming? Do you feel confident? And are you singing the song that's in your soul? So the loon also talks about your intuition. If you're feeling that you are too busy or you're getting kind of pushed around in terms of the chaotic energies that are about, it's time to kind of hunker down, almost like picturing that you have a turtle shell and that you can kind of just go within and be protected from the outside energies until you're able to come out again. And the loon is a very beautiful kind of haunting energy. It means that you do have some inner work that you're working on right now. And it can be a little bit haunting in terms of going through some of the energies of the past and letting them go and moving forward and really opening up to the song of the future. So really exciting energies in terms of just expression, opening up, and knowing when to retreat, knowing when to go inwards, and when to come out and sing your song. So you are preparing. You are preparing in solitude, but you also know how unique you are. Your spirit has a unique blueprint, and any time spent introspecting, it's not wasted. And I think that's a common misconception with Sagittarius. It's like you can go in, you can take a break, you can take a time out, you don't have to be constantly moving. And that in itself is action. It's passive action because you're doing that for a reason, so that when you do come back to the table, or you come back to the sport, or you come back to the project that you're working on, you are refreshed and renewed. So let's see what we have for Sagittarius for your past position. Self-reliance. This one came up in a couple other readings. Don't be afraid to fly solo. So you've been really learning about the power that you have as an individual. And that's reflected again in the Loon. It says, recognize that you're unique and that you are loved. So you're really understanding that you're loved. You don't have to have, you don't have to be married. You don't have to have children. You don't have to have a partner. You can be loved because you love yourself, and you're drawing that energy to you. You're commanding respect in that regard because you are self-reliant and really coming back to a place where you look at yourself with confidence and admiration. So very beautiful energies here for Sagittarius, coming in with that fire energy of, no, I will not let these tribulations get me down. I will rise and I'm going to fucking shine. So let's see what we have for confirmation or clarity for that. And this is why you've had to rise up. You've had a lot of mental anguish happening. So this could be relationship issues, toxicity in your environment could have been within that relationship and or situations around you. Things just not turning out the way you had anticipated, hoped, or expected, and really getting stuck in the mental body. And so you are a type of person, Sagittarius really likes, and we were talking about the body in the beginning, but the mental body is different. It affects everything, but you can get so stuck in the mental realm that you are, in a sense, paralyzed in terms of getting out there and taking action. So being immobilized by mental anguish is very different than going within and finding that peace and quiet within yourself. And it really does take a lot of energy and self-reliance to pull yourself out of mental anguish, because it's one of the most devastating energies that you can find yourself in terms of confusion or negative thought loops. Because really what that does is it triggers you over and over and over. It re-triggers you from past experiences that caused you pain. And if you're, let's say, not weeding the mental garden, pulling out those weeds, and when you think something that's self-deprecating and you allow it to start gaining momentum, instead of going, no, cancel, clear, delete, that's not correct, that's something of the past, I'm moving towards calmer waters here, then you're taking your power back and you're starting to resolve this mental anguish. But Sagittarius, this is really frustrating. And that this is why that inner quiet, this inner sanctuary is really needed, so that you can start to disentangle yourself from this mental anguish. Meditation is really good for that. Also getting out in the body and remembering that nutrition is a huge factor in your mental clarity. So if you are not feeding yourself, if you're not getting the proper nutrition, then your mind is going to reflect that. It's just plain and simple. Now, that is science. And so very important for you to be committed to your health on every level here moving forward. So what do we have for present? We have the dragonfly, live life to the fullest. That is beautiful. So very lovely iridescent energy here. Also talking about the connection behind the veil. So Sagittarius, you might really be picking up on past over loved ones this month and in your present moments, because the ancestors are really close by. The veil is thin in October, coming up to the full moon at the end of October on the 31st here. And this energy is just saying, yes, we've had challenges in the past. Yes, we've had to be self-reliant. We have had to learn how to fly solo and not necessarily depend on others for that contentment. And instead of moving into the ultra independence as a trauma response, finding the middle, finding the balance where we can go in, where we can recalibrate and come back and live life to the fullest. So really kind of softer energies in the present here. And to clarify, we have protected. So you guys are really protected at this time as you learn to live life to the fullest again after recovering from mental anguish and learning to become self-reliant through some challenging situations. And this is from my Shadow Fantasy Oracle. And she's got this little gargoyle on the side here and just moving through the forest. And so once again, your connection to your body this month and right now is really important. So yoga, drinking a lot of fluids, getting out for walks in the forest, just remembering how connected you are to Mother Earth and how supported you are at this time through your body. And for the first time in the zodiac, I pulled 2 cards at the end because they wouldn't, I couldn't figure out which one wanted to be pulled. And so we pulled both, and it's just 1111 on the timestamp there. Oh, this one is really sweet. Okay, so we have new beginnings, begin your new life. So after this mental anguish, after these trials, tribulations, and challenges, you're coming into a new energy here where you're ready to unfold and surrender without as much control and with more commitment and discipline to your health, which is really beautiful. And in order to assist you with that, we have the Archangel Gabriel. This is the first Archangel that's come out in all of the readings. And it has a really gold energy. And it's a messenger of creativity and hope. So some of you Sagittarius out there, you are really down. This mental anguish, these situations of the past really I just see kind of like a martial arts kick where you just hear, because of all of the collective energy, because of the deep inner work that's going on, you just didn't have the momentum. You just didn't have that spark until now. So now you're starting to get back into that fire energy and reclaim that power. So you do have the energy to cultivate new hope. You do have the energy to sort of get back on the horse, so to speak. And let's see what we have clarifying that. Disappointment. This came up in another reading as well. So it's up to you whether you are going to look at the past disappointments and really kind of stir this energy up again and be in this nostalgia, because both of these cards are gray, black and white. There's not a lot of color. This isn't the energy of living your life to the fullest or being excited about new beginnings. So Sagittarius, I guess there's a little bit of a heads up that you have to be very careful. And this is why the nutrition and the being grounded in your body is so important, because it's going to take a little effort for you to navigate away from this disappointment energies. Definitely don't avoid it. If you are disappointed, you are disappointed. If you didn't hit goals that you wanted to hit, then you can go, okay, I didn't, hit those goals. Now, what am I going to do about it? What are some of the solutions that I can focus on instead of the disappointments of the past? And so it really is a choice here, whether you want to look back or whether you want to be present in living life to the fullest and look forward and get excited and have new hope for the future. So for your relationship energies, and this is from my Kindred Spirit Love Oracle. You can find the links to purchase my decks in the description below. Wow, Sagittarius, you have had it hard. It says deep wounds. A broken heart has not mended. Someone may be trying to rush the healing process and move forward preemptively. This person may not be able to open their heart and be vulnerable due to unresolved emotional ties to another relationship. Healing is required. So for cross watchers, this could be your person. And for those of you watching or catching the replay, of course, this could be you, or it could be someone that you're interested in, or just someone that's really important to you. So really, this mental anguish, these disappointments, we have to let them go so the new energy can come through. But as I said, you don't just want to avoid the fact that you feel disappointed. You do want to have it in your awareness. However, you don't want to be consumed by it. So this energy in the past was all consuming, and you do not want to return to that. That was pain, that was anguish, that was destructive cycles and loops, mental loops in your mind, and you don't want to go back there. So the trick is to balance this broken heart, to go, okay, I might not be fully trusting. I might want to move really slowly as my heart continues to heal. Because Sagittarius, just like the other fire signs, you want to be ready. You want to be back up on your feet right away. When you get knocked down, right away, you want to be back up. However, there are some situations here where we need to take the time to heal. And it's just 555 on this timestamp there. You need to take the time. And patience for the fire signs can be very frustrating. But that's why Spirit is forcing us to go within, so that we learn how to navigate patience. We learn to navigate when things don't go our way, when we are frustrated, and when we're out of our element. And that's been a lot of what all of the signs have been going through, learning about the different aspects of yourself that you're not so familiar with. So take the time to love yourself and be very protective of yourself in healthy ways as you continue to heal this wound, and or be mindful and patient with those who are still working on releasing the past disappointments here. So it might be both of you, actually. Both people are releasing past disappointments. So it is important that you clear those energies before you invest in each other fully. And to clarify that, we have the serpent resonating to the number 5, surprise, and knowledge and healing. You guys are really shedding old parts of you. You're shedding aspects of the past that no longer serve, and really going through almost a blind period where you couldn't really see what was ahead. You couldn't understand what was going on for a time. And now, as the serpent sheds its skin, you're coming out of that with more clarity. And, that clarity might be about how deep that wound actually was for you, but also that you can move through it and you can recover and heal through love and careful attention, discipline, and commitment to yourself. So really beautiful snake energy, snake medicine. And snake is also an energy of grounding. The snake is the king of the earth element, right? Feeling all the vibrations. So in some energy, the serpent is the king of the earth realm, and the eagle is the king of the air realm. And so you have this energy of the eagle and the serpent. And so knowing, that now is a time to really focus on your body, focus on the vibrations around you, your gut instincts, your gut feelings, and move forward with that inner knowing. But right now, it's all about healing. In order to come back strong and empowered, Sagittarius, you really need to focus on becoming whole within yourself before you hit the ground running again. And this has come up really clearly in this reading here. And so you can also look to healing stones, because we had that gold energy coming up with Archangel Gabriel. You could maybe even get some pyrite and or go to a rock shop and see what stones are, perhaps calling to you. Could be flint, could be a stone with some flecks of gold. I'm kind of looking around. I have so many stones, and I'm not really picking up on anyone in particular that might be able to help you. It's going to be really personal to you. The only one that I'm kind of hearing is citrine, and that one might be able to help you ground, but also clear some of those old kind of mental energies or thoughts from the past. And those thoughts can simply just be fear. So fear that the past is going to repeat itself. And so moving through that does take a lot of courage. And I would say almost every single zodiac sign is doing that right now. We are facing our fears from the disappointments of the past. So kudos to you guys, Sagittarius. You guys have got this. It's just going to take a little bit more time. And another stone that's coming out here is Amazonite. This one, you can't really see it very well, but Amazonite, citrine, and pyrite might work well for you guys. And because the serpent energy came up, serpentine might also be a good stone just to carry with you. And, you know, if you find yourself going into that thought body, then maybe just kind of bringing yourself back into the body, grounding in through the feet, getting into that root chakra, doing the chakra clearing so that you can move the energy down from the top all the way to the bottom. So you have clear flow up and down. All right, Sagittarius, that is your reading. If you want a card pull for today, I think we've only got one person watching live. But if you want a card pull, I will pull a card for you. And if you guys want to support the channel, become part of the community, I already have a thumbs up there. So thank you if you've done that already. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell, and that will advise you when I come on live. So the next signs that are coming up, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. And then I'm usually on Saturdays. I'm hoping to be on this Saturday. Might be a little bit different because I'm going to be away. And but I will try to be on for the Saturday reading, but it will be a little bit different. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed your Sagittarius reading, and I will catch you on the flip side. Did you want a card pull? Because I will pull a card for you. But all right, so it doesn't look like anyone wants that private card pull today, so I will catch up with you next time. Take care, you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye. Ciao.